Addressing environmental issues cannot be done, will not be done, if business is not deeply and completely engaged. And so at Conservation International, since our founding days, we have reached out and embraced corporations to engage them in a conversation about why it makes great business sense for them to take care of their ecological footprint. Every company needs to be involved in this, and what we find is that the smart leadership companies step up and they set a standard that really raises the level for all companies.
So shipping, fishing, oil and gas, offshore renewables, aquaculture, others, the sense that these industries need to work together more to address the challenges is really starting to take on some very specific opportunities that are presenting themselves. The specific action that's moving forward now is the idea that we need to get a collective ocean business council going at the scale, the national, subnational scale in the US, for example, or at the regional, multinational scale in Europe. Another very specific area where business can and is getting involved in dealing with ocean challenges is in the collecting of data that helps us understand oceans and weather and climate.
Well, as a shipping company, we quite literally make our profits out of the oceans, but we can also see that the environment and sustainability generally is a sort of coming megatrend that's unavoidable for us. I think this is the first time that we've seen a conference which is focusing specifically on sustainability for the oceans rather than the sort of wider environmental issues. So it seems like a really good opportunity to get the right stakeholders together in the room and talk about what we can do. I think what we're hoping is that we can find more examples of that sweet spot where we can find things which are good for the environment but also good for our business. The more that we can get our customers to buy into the need for sustainability and to reinforce that service providers like us should be doing the right thing for the environment, the better it'll be for everyone.
What we need to do there in terms of development of resources is being extremely cautious and have a basis of sound science on which we can make decisions for the various stages of oil and gas development. If we do that well, and if we cooperate with all these stakeholders in government, in local communities, in NGOs, in the science world, locally and globally, then we're on a good path to responsibly develop those resources.
Corporations, and in particular Tiffany & Company, really have a responsibility to the environment, especially when we're extracting resources such as diamonds and pearls and gold from the natural environment. We have a responsibility to take care of the environment and give back. And actually these days it's really a fact that our customers just expect it of us.
When we talk about companies in the ocean, it seems to me that most of this conference has been focused actually around fishing. And there's a lot more to talk about which we haven't really talked about as much, which I think is part of the reason we may not be getting as much engagement. Therefore, big business doesn't get as engaged. But we heard from a big shipping company who was saying, I'm engaged, I want to do better, but my customer isn't really asking me yet. So it's down the supply chain as well. And until investors say that's okay, because I'm a long-term investor, that poor company's between a rock and a hard place. Because why would they invest in capital in something which doesn't pay back in the time horizon that their own shareholders are looking for?
Basically, you've got to look at everything you do and determine what is the environmental and social effect of what you do. And that means measuring and managing. It is a complete change, and once you adopt these practices, it's a journey that you never stop.